Little tiny spin-ups that occur below cloud base that are very difficult to spot. So again, we have the potential of some spin-ups right along from downtown Orlando. The warning does extend all the way up into Seminole County, as you can see. So if you plan your late afternoon and trying to get home from work here tonight, you want to make sure that if you can go ahead and avoid any excessive travel, go ahead and do so, because the weather's going to be very rough and tumble here with very squally storms coming by. And you notice the one underneath the clock, there are only one lightning strike. So these are not going to be very tall storms, and that tells me that we're not going to see any huge tornadoes touch down out of these clouds, but certainly potential of some funnel clouds or a brief tornado possible just south of downtown Orlando, down toward the Conway area, and down toward OIA. Very, very heavy amounts of rain. We've already had up to 3 to 4 inches along the coast in Volusia County, and right now our live Doppler 9 HD radar is scanning around. We can see very heavy storms from the Winter Park area just north of downtown, and I don't believe this is going to have a funnel cloud with it, but certainly very heavy rainfall from the Dove's Red Golf Club all the way over toward the Colonial Town Center, which is east of downtown Orlando. So just make sure that you are staying inside and away from windows. Those cells are all moving north now at 20 miles an hour. We just had one thunderclap here at the station in downtown, so still some heavy weather. There's High Fenton Lane right along Primrose Drive. And again, this is an area where we could get a brief funnel cloud or tornado touchdown just east of the downtown area proper. Here's Arnold Palmer Hospital. Our live Doppler 9 HD radar also indicating very heavy storms over the Conway area. Okay. Very heavy amounts of rain now also stretching north of the airport. So all this activity, again, is in line with where our sea breezes have collided, and that's why we've had the potential, anyway, of seeing some funnel clouds. Is going to stretch south and east of downtown Orlando all the way over toward the Beach Line Expressway. And we'll have much more. Eyewitness News at 5 starts right now.
From WFTV, this is Channel 9 Eyewitness News at 5. Coverage you can count on.
We have two major stories at 5. Florida lawmakers proposed a new law in Orlando today that's even stronger than Arizona's controversial immigration law. And we're tracking severe weather right now in the heart of Central Florida. And we've had some damage today from a tornado.
And as you've been hearing, right now there's a tornado warning for Orange and Seminole counties.
Let's start tonight's team coverage with certified chief meteorologist Tom Terry in Severe Weather Center 9. What's going on, Tom?
It's been a busy day here. Right now the focus is going to be across Orange and Seminole County. We'll take you on the live early warning Doppler 9 HD radar, and that's where we've had some heavy thunderstorm activity going on across the metro area. There's the I-4 corridor, Fairview Shores, down toward downtown Orlando. And again, we had a tornado, we had a funnel cloud, I should say, a funnel cloud, which has not touched down, but is just visible in the sky. A funnel cloud spotted about 15 minutes ago near Edgewood, just north of the airport. And this is going to be an environment with the former Tropical Depression 5 in the Gulf. The depression has dissipated, but we still have a lot of ingredients to get some rotational storms, very weak storms or funnel clouds right over the interior. Right now we have some very heavy weather just east of Orlando down through Conway and stretching down just east of OIA. Everything is moving north now at about 20 miles an hour. Here's the time lapse for you, and you can see the very heavy thunderstorm activity that is continuing to move in toward the downtown area. I'll switch radar sources here, and you can see the time lapse, very squally weather moving in from the south across West Orange County. This is the main concern, as you can see kind of a line of thunderstorms develop here from Conway down toward the International Airport and just east of St. Cloud. So officially tornado warning is out because of the history we've seen so far today of a brief touchdown in Edgewater of just a small EF0, but we've also had several funnel clouds spotted not only along the coast, but now a funnel cloud spotted about 15 minutes ago near Edgewood, just north of the International Airport. And again, all these storms are moving north now at about 20 miles an hour. So just north of Orlando, we'll continue to push this storm north at 20, which is going to take it right up the I-4 corridor in toward the Winter Park, the Maitland area, Altamont Springs. Early warning storm alert 9 moves it in right over Dove's Red right now. Eatonville, Winter Park coming up in the next 9 to 10 minutes. So expect some rather squally weather, almost like a tropical environment. It'll be a big burst of wind, probably 40, 50 miles an hour. Then it moves along its way. Maitland down toward Fern Park, Altamont Springs coming up, Forest City in about another 20 minutes. Then we head farther to the south here as we extend south and a little bit to the east of Conway. And that particular storm is right over the International Airport, just east of there, actually moving north at 20. It'll be in the Edgewood area where we had the funnel cloud spotted initially, and down toward Thornton Park coming up in 25 minutes. So we don't have any hard confirmation, if you will, of a tornado that's touched down across Orange County at this point, but we're still monitoring it very, very carefully back here because it doesn't take much to produce a brief touchdown at any time. So once again, severe thunderstorms have been kind of cropping up in the last few minutes. Tornado warning out right now for central parts of Orange County, and that's going to stretch all the way from Orlando up toward the Conway area and moving north at 20. So everybody from Lockhart, Altamont Springs, Maitland, and Winter Park, just be advised that we could get a brief tornado or funnel clouds spotted in your area as these cells continue to move on to the north. Still very active weather also across just west of downtown Orlando. We had a tornado touchdown earlier today in the Edgewater area. That storm has now since dissipated. If we can get a shot from our downtown Orlando tower cam, I think looking northbound now, we may actually have the heavy thunderstorm activity. Right now, the Doppler showing very heavy thunderstorms from the downtown area through Conway, and all those cells are moving north at 20 miles an hour. So funnel clouds still possible. We're going to keep a very watchful eye. I don't see any indications that it's gotten any worse at this point, but there is something certainly to be watching out for. The traffic, that's I-4 at Ivanhoe with very stormy conditions there, and all these cells are advancing north at 20 miles an hour, and are starting to work into the Lockhart area. So anywhere along I-4 from the Lockhart, the Fairview Shores, here's our live Doppler 9 HD. I want to go ahead and show you right now. Go ahead and switch over. Matt, are you on here? Let me go ahead and show you. This is our velocity mode of our live Doppler 9 HD radar, and really just kind of showing some of the winds inside the storm. But, man, I'm not really seeing anything at this point that points like it just really stands out to me that we have a tornado on the ground, but probably more funnel clouds right now.
Right, probably a number of funnel clouds traveling north along 436, and that's where early warning Doppler 9 will take you. Early warning storm alert 9. You'll see the clock there in the center of your screen, about 5:08, 5:10, 5:12 now through Winter Park, getting closer to Castleberry by 5:17 to 5:20, and Altamont Springs at about 5:25, and that's give or take about 2 to 3 minutes, Tom.
Okay, Matt. So right now, again, we have the potential of funnel clouds. We could very easily get a brief tornado at any time. That's why we want to make sure you're advised anywhere across the central I-4 corridor of Orange and now moving up into parts of Seminole County. That Doppler 9 HD radar for the last half hour has been indicating some rotation within these storms. Let me go ahead and zoom back in. I want to start to the north. We'll work our way south. This is happening at a poor time of the day. A lot of folks are out on the highways now. I'm going to shoot through the center of the storm. We're kind of looking at it through an eyeglass, if you will. There's the velocity. We're looking at the winds inside the storm. Right now, all red. So that means all the winds are moving away from the radar. I don't see any rotation, at least that we can see, just north of Lockhart. As we head down south of Lockhart, down toward Lockhart into downtown Orlando, very gusty winds, perhaps over 40 miles an hour. Bob, a lot of weather still to come. We'll keep an eye on things for you, let you know if anything new crops up.
All right, thanks a lot, Tom.